Well, hi there everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Kareth and I'm going to share with you about our recent stay at the Dreams Macao Beach Resort in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. My husband and I were blessed to spend 5 days and 4 nights here, and I thought I'd show you not only the resort itself, which was lovely, but also I thought I'd do a bit of a food review. I already have a YouTube channel where I share recipes, so I thought I'd make a video featuring the food we had at this all-inclusive resort. As soon as I found out that I had earned this trip with my company, I immediately looked on YouTube for videos of this resort. I like to do a little research before going on vacation, and the videos I saw were super helpful. But not a lot of them talk too much about the food, so I thought I'd chime in. And also, if I make a video about our vacation, it's a great way for us to remember the highlights. And to be clear, I did not pay for this vacation, including transportation and gratuities, so I didn't really have any skin in the game. These opinions are my own. I'm not a travel agent. I've never even been to an all-inclusive resort before. My family and I love to cruise, and to me, this all-inclusive experience was almost like a cruise, but on land. Everything was included: meals, drinks, entertainment, and you don't have to spend any extra money unless you want to. We live in South Texas, which means you can get Whataburger even at the airport. Our flight was super early. I felt like I wasn't even really awake at this point. But we connected through Atlanta, and then by the time we finally made it to Punta Cana, I was pretty worn out. It was getting towards evening. But gosh, it was a beautiful flight into the island. And then the airport is very nice. Just be aware, it might be a little bit warm. We did have to go through immigration, but that was really quick, maybe a couple minutes. And then we had our transportation waiting for us. It was about a 45 minute drive to the resort from the airport. And by that time it was getting dark, but gosh, we were really glad to be here. One thing I appreciated was how far back the resort is set from the gate. So it made us feel very safe. And just look at the front of this building. I mean, wow, it is gorgeous. The lobby is this open air kind of lobby, and the woodwork, the sculptures, the art, everything is lovely. There's a bar right up at the front, and there's a piano there, and people just look like they were having so much fun. They had set it up for some sort of a show. Each night there's a different show. So there was like a rock and roll show. There was a circus one night. Yeah, there's multiple things going on. Always something to entertain you. So let me show you our room. We got our bags and got checked into our room. We were in a junior suite, and we were not considered preferred. Okay, this is just the regular junior suite. So you can pay extra money for an upgrade. We did not do that. This is the regular bathroom. It was lovely, except that toilet room, we found it odd just because it's frosted glass and you could see through it. And I did not want to see anyone on the toilet. That was just odd. We found that odd. Okay. Across from the bathroom, they have a little coffee bar section and a little mini fridge. All right, here's a tip for you you might consider. If I were you, I would not brush my teeth with the water that comes out of the faucet. I would use bottled water. I would not open my mouth in the shower either. Now, the water that you get from the restaurants and the buffet and the ice, it's all filtered water, but that coming out of the sink is not. Okay, we ended up in a room with 2 beds. I'm not sure what happened. We just went with it. It was a nice room. The beds were pretty comfortable. We were on the first floor. Okay, that first night, we were so exhausted by the time we got there. We just went straight to the buffet. This is all I managed to get a picture of, was the desserts. They were beautiful, but they were not very sweet. We found that most of the desserts there, they just didn't seem to be very sweet. Compared to what we're used to here in America, like the desserts just seemed to have a lack of sugar, which was funny to us because the Dominican Republic, it exports a lot of sugar. They were lovely. I mean, they tasted okay, but we just thought they lacked sweetness. We did have a great time looking around the resort that night. That saxophonist was amazingly talented. There's just so much going on at any one time. It seems like you don't need to be bored unless you want to be bored. There's a little mart next to the Coco Cafe. The Coco Cafe ended up being one of our very favorite places. We visited that multiple times every day. It's open all the time, 24/7. And they have not only the coffees, but they also have ice cream. You can get a milkshake. They've got this display case full of snacks. You can get sandwiches, fruit, pastries, donuts, cakes, all sorts of yummies, just so many things. It was a lovely little cafe. All right, this is the view out our little patio. We were located near the kiddie splash pad, and it was so cute. We found that anytime there seemed to be kids there at the splash pad, it's when we were gone. And so every time we were in our room, we were not disturbed at all. The noise didn't bother us at all because we were just kind of busy and out and about. But that's a cute little area. And through that little breezeway is the water park. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, so that first morning we were there, we went to the World Cafe, which is their buffet. And they serve all meals there at the World Cafe. So you can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner there if you want. We only ate breakfast there after that first night. They have plenty of seating. It's a noisy place and it's very, very busy, but they did have a huge, wide variety of food. And we enjoyed our breakfasts there so much. There's a ton of different pastries to choose from. And, you know, there's pancakes and waffles and croissants and donuts, all sorts of things. There's also lots of options for a salad bar. So if you're wanting to eat a certain kind of way, if let's say you're on a certain kind of diet, you could probably find whatever you need at this buffet. There were so many options for food, and it seemed like it was kind of an international flair. I mean, there's people there from all over the world, so I think they do a really good job of catering to that. They also had this little kids corner, and it seemed to have, you know, kid-friendly fare there. But just look at all of these pastries. They're beautiful. We tried several of them, just a bite here and there, and I thought they were good. They had toasters located throughout this area, and you could either slice yourself some bread if you wanted to, or use the sliced bread that they had and toast it yourself. They had bagels and all sorts of bread. They also had this gluten-free area, which is super nice. We have family members that need that, so that was great to see. Also lots of cereal options at breakfast and tons of fruit. And then they had a good amount of fruit juices as well. They had a juice bar too. There's the yogurt bar and the little cups of fruit you can get. They had almonds and raisins and nuts you could put on there. But just look at all this tropical fruit. Each day was a little bit different. They had different offerings. But yeah, there was plenty of fruit, lots and lots of options for your breakfast. They had beans for beans on toast. They had a quiche, some sort of mashed stuff. A lot of this stuff, I don't know what it is. I'm sure if I was more cultured, I would know. But then they had this meat bar. This meat bar was one of my favorite things. They had, 4 or 5 different kinds of sausages and then mounds of bacon. I love bacon. So I was very happy with the crispy bacon. They had the build your own omelet station every morning. I got an omelet at the Build Your Own Omelet Station. That was amazing. And this sweet lady right here, she was brilliant. She was making crepes all the time. And you could get whatever you wanted in your crepe. She made me a crepe every morning at breakfast. And I had Nutella, and she would cut up a quarter of a banana and put it inside. And then I would top it with cinnamon sugar. And y'all, I loved my crepes. I missed my crepes when I got home from vacation. Didn't have it anymore. Okay, I was fascinated by this machine. That is a Nutella pump. You could pump warm Nutella on anything you wanted to, your waffle, your pancake. Oh, that was brilliant. They had fresh honeycomb, and then there's the cinnamon and the sugar and the peanut butter. All sorts of flavored syrups for your waffles and your pancakes. They had French toast. There was plenty of pancakes, croissants, cinnamon rolls, and I think those are churros in the back there. The sweet faces of these friendly people making fresh waffles. And then there's the juice bar. Lots of different types of eggs. This young man right here, he was my favorite. He would dance for me and make my omelet every morning. So full of personality. Such a sweet guy. He was amazing. Yeah, we just found like such friendly staff. Just look at that sweet smile. Yeah, we had such a good time. So friendly. These people just, you can tell that they enjoy their jobs, and we enjoyed being there. This is what my breakfast plate looked like just about every morning. So in the middle there, I've got make your own omelet. I put ham, cheese, and green onions in there. I've got potatoes, bacon, a little taco with some chicken in it and some ham. Just such a lovely breakfast. Every morning I enjoyed that so much. All right, so let me show you around the resort a little bit. So at the far back of the resort, of course, is the ocean. So let me show you the beach. It is gorgeous. All right, the sand is not white and powdery like you would see in Destin, Florida, but it's brown, but it's powdery. It's very soft. The turquoise waters of the Caribbean Sea are just stunning. And when you're there and you're immersed in the sound of the waves and the beauty of the place, it's just absolutely amazing. The Dominican Republic is the eastern half of the island. The western half is Haiti. And this is on the east side here that faces the Atlantic Ocean. So the waves are crazy strong. It was a red flag warning the entire time we were there. So it's a great place for surfing lessons, but not so great for snorkeling. So if you want to snorkel, you can do an excursion from the resort, and they take you on a boat out to a sandbar or something, and you can snorkel, but you can't really snorkel at this resort. If you walk down to the right a good ways, you can get some really pretty pictures of the rocks. There's a lot going on the beach every day with these fellas. They try to sell you cigars, and they want to take your picture with the parrots that they bring and the big iguanas or something. So you can experience that if you would like to. We found lots of available lounge chairs and plenty of shade too. And those chairs were surprisingly comfortable. We really enjoyed hanging out there and reading a book. There will be staff coming around and asking you for your drink order, and you can get whatever you want. We had virgin mango, pina colada, mojitos, all sorts of things. Just really thoroughly enjoyed our time at the beach. And the pools at this resort are gorgeous. There's so much space at these pools. We never felt that it was crowded. You can see the ocean just beyond there. It's just beautiful. They have this swim up bar. People seem to just be really enjoying themselves at that swim up bar. And right off to the side, near the swim up bar, is this place where they open up the grill and they cook for you. And they have these buffets at lunchtime. And these guys were just grilling all sorts of kinds of meats. You can get burgers and fajitas and sausages, all sorts of food. They just seem to pride themselves in giving you lots of options for meals. Yeah, so if you're poolside, there's really no reason to go back to the buffet at the World Cafe unless you want to. Like, you could just park yourself at the pool and be taken care of all day long. And there are these cute little kitty cats that come. I'm sure they help the resort with critter control, but I thought they were so cute. If you walk back towards the entrance of the resort, you'll see all sorts of flowers and greenery, landscaping. I just enjoyed seeing the beauty of it all so much. It's winter where I live, so just to see all these flowers, I thought it was just gorgeous. Oh, and check this out. Some of the rooms were swim out rooms. Look how cool that is. You could literally walk out your sliding glass door, go out onto your patio, and then step down and swim. Those were so cool. Yeah, this resort was beautiful. It was so lovely. It just seems like everywhere you turn is gorgeous. Yeah, my husband and I had to, every once in a while, we would pinch ourselves and be like, is this real? Are we really here? All right, towards the middle of the resort, there's this pool that's called the preferred pool. So unless you're a preferred guest, you can't really use that pool. But anybody can eat at the restaurant that they have. It's not really a restaurant, it's more like a poolside cafe. But they have all sorts of food there. They had pizzas, nachos, wings. The wings were terrific. I don't know what this meat on a stick is. Is that shawarma or something? I don't know, but it was amazing. They had like every kind of meat you can imagine grilling, and the smell from this grill was fantastic. They had lamb and chicken and beef, and you could just go, it's all included. So you could just go and get more and more and more food. Yeah, there was not a lack of food. You do not need to be hungry unless you want to be hungry. Now, if you walk through that breezeway that's by the kiddie splash pad, you will find your way to our favorite part of the resort. It's the water park, okay? Now, the slides are super fun, but my favorite was, number one, the taco truck that's located there. There's the splash bar, and then that taco truck, which they have the best fish tacos ever, like the best in the world right there at the taco truck. And then also they have the lazy river. And I just loved that lazy river. So we would go there. We went every day for lunch. We went to that taco truck. Now, when you're on vacation, you can have multiple lunches, but these fish tacos were so good. You get 2 fish tacos to an order, and we would both order 2 boxes of fish tacos. So we would eat 4 fish tacos each. Y'all, they were so delicious. And that chipotle mayo that they put on the top, I'm still dreaming about it. But the lazy river was just so much fun. Probably takes you about 10 minutes or so to drift your way along the lazy river to make a loop. Just so relaxing. There's lots of chairs around. You can hop out at any point in time and just sun yourself a little bit, dry off, and then hop back in. go back to the taco truck. They have other things at the taco truck. They had chicken tacos, and I'm sure they had beef, and they had some salads and stuff too. But oh, we just loved those tacos. All right, let me tell you where we went for dinner. Our second night there, we went to the Japanese restaurant. They have these, they call them a la carte restaurants because I guess it's not the buffet, so they call them a la carte restaurants. There's a Japanese place, a French place, Italian. There's a seafood grill. And anyway, we went to the Japanese place. You can see those fellas back there with the red hats. Those are the hibachi chefs where they cook in front of you. That looked like fun. There's, I think, 4 different hibachi grills going on. You might need to make a reservation for that. And we were seated outside. But we just ate off of the regular menu. We had 2 appetizers each, dumplings and spring rolls, and those were both very good. And then for the main entree, I got the beef and broccoli. My husband got the sweet and sour pork. Now, I thought the beef with broccoli was great, had wonderful flavor. The fried rice was wonderful. My husband, he thought the sweet and sour pork was just okay. But they have fried ice cream for dessert. And y'all, that was really good. It was fun. We enjoyed that fried ice cream. By the time we were done, it was already dark. And this is just the view from the Japanese place looking out towards the resort. And it's just so pretty. They have twinkle lights everywhere and people just milling around, having a good old time. There was always something to do. There was plenty of live music. And you can eat at multiple restaurants if you want to. Let me show you the French place. We ate there on our last night. It's a beautiful restaurant, and it's connected to the Italian place, which is connected to the Japanese place. So it's nice that all of the restaurants are or most of the restaurants are just right there near each other. So if maybe one is busy, you could try another one. That's where the restaurants are, just right down the stairs from the main lobby. The main lobby's up those stairs. And then on the other side of the stairs is the Mexican place. It is called El Patio. Now, I heard mixed reviews about that. I spoke with one gentleman who said it was really not good, and other people who like the fajitas. We didn't ever go there. It is next to the buffet. Okay, so let me show you inside the French restaurant. There's an entire wall of wine bottles, but it's cute on the inside. They have these mirrors on the wall, and they have the cute little tablecloths. There's some outside seating. And in between the French place and the Italian place is this wine tasting room. I'm sure you can pay extra for an experience in there. Now, when we got seated, we had rose petals on our tablecloth. And we ate with such a lovely couple, the Tanners. We just had such a good time. Oh, and the friendliest waiter. For our appetizer, we all had some sort of a seafood puff pastry thing. It was okay, but the mains were outstanding. Okay, it's the best lamb I've ever had. The duck confit, oh my word, the flavor was amazing. We didn't have the chicken, but Jenny had the chicken and she loved it with that cream sauce. And then we had some creme brulee for the dessert. It was good, but the chocolate eclair I thought was really good as well. This French restaurant, it's the stuff dreams are made out of. Y'all should definitely make sure you go there when you visit this resort. Highly recommend the lamb, the duck, and the chicken. I really wanted to go to the Italian place. I just didn't get to. We ran out of evenings. One of the evenings I had to go to a dinner that my company put on. It was a recognition dinner. That was a lovely evening. But we had some of the food, I think that was from the Italian restaurant. It was very good. Here are some of the pictures of other consultants who also earned the trip, as well as some leadership from my company, Thrive Life. I would say overall, the food was really good. It was solid. There were some complete misses. For instance, we went to the Seaside Grill and had Jack Daniel's barbecue wings. They were the tiniest chicken wings you've ever seen before, and it was just so much sauce. It was not good. But the wings that they had at the little barbecue buffet at the lunchtime, the outdoor grill, those were fantastic. If I were to rate the food overall, I would give it, out of 5 stars, I would give it a 4. We've had better, but at the same time, it was very enjoyable. I would say the fish tacos rank way up there. The French restaurant, definitely the duck and the lamb, so delicious. And then the build your own omelets at breakfast, the Nutella crepes, just really good. A couple people in our group said they had the Mexican place. They had food at the Mexican place and it just wasn't good. And they had a steak at maybe the Seaside Grill and it was really tough. So, there were some misses, but overall, I just think I didn't have to plan for that. I didn't have to shop for it. Didn't have to cook it, clean up after it. So I'm okay with it not being the best ever because we just felt really blessed to be able to be there. And like I said, I didn't pay for any of it. My company paid for it for me. So, that is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity for us. And we just felt really, really thankful to be there. All good things come to an end. But the nice thing about checking out from this resort is it was a very simple process. We turned in our keys, settled our bill, which was all of $6 because all we bought was a magnet. Anyway, and then we got on the transport and headed back to the airport. There was a very long line for immigration at the airport, but it only took maybe 15 or 20 minutes. We grabbed something to eat before we got on the airplane, and then we headed home. Oh, and pretty cool, we spotted our resort from the air. That's it right there. It's kind of by itself on that part of the island. It was just a beautiful, beautiful flight. We connected in Detroit, so there's snow on the ground when we landed. Oh, and here's a tip for you. We would have missed our connecting flight if we had not gotten out of the main line for immigration at the Detroit airport and got into the MPC line. There's a different line, a separate line called an MPC line. It's a mobile passport line. And all you do is scan a QR code. They have the signs right there. We scanned a QR code, got a mobile passport. It took all of maybe 4 or 5 minutes to fill out that little form on the app. And we went to a much shorter line and we made our connecting flight. So there's my last tip for you. If you can, get in the MPC line and just do that. All right, and then we flew home, landed in South Texas, got home a little after midnight. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you don't mind, please hit the like button. That helps YouTube to know it's a good video and they will offer it to other people who might benefit from it. And leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've ever been to this resort or if you're headed to the Dreams Macao Beach and Punta Cana. We had such a lovely time and I hope you do too. Well, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day and God bless you all. Bye-bye.